Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at Everything You Need to Know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, the New Zealand dollar is now at a 3-year low. But first, overnight, the dairy auction brought lower prices again, this time down by 0.7% and the fourth consecutive decline. Prices in US dollars are now down 18% since March and down 10% since this time last year. But the exchange rate has fallen as well. So in New Zealand dollars, today's prices are actually up 1.5% from the previous auction. The dominant whole milk powder product was down 2.2% in US dollars, but 5 of the other 7 products actually achieved high US dollar prices. Despite that, today's event will do nothing to reverse the downward trend in Farmgate milk payout forecasts. In the US, manufacturing activity either rose to more than a 14-year high in August in one report, boosted by a surge in new orders, or fell to a 9-month low in another survey. But both see future rises and warn of rising supply chain stresses, and new import tariffs have yet to bite. In construction, spending was up 5.8% year on year. Analysts see rising short-term growth ahead. American car sales rose about 1% in the year to August, but the SUV market was very strong. This year's rise follows a 2% fall last year. Analysts expect American car sales to plateau for the balance of 2018. Inflation in the OECD area pushed up to 2.9% in July, pressed higher by rising energy costs. Underlying inflation also rose, but it's running at 2.1%. Yesterday, Chinese shares rose sharply after a subdued morning. Amid speculation, investors are buying companies seen as oversold. Financial and technology companies led the advance. That resulted in gains of more than 1% in both Shanghai and Hong Kong. But these gains haven't been reflected on Wall Street this morning, where prices are lower in afternoon trade. This is despite the news that Amazon has now joined Apple as a $1 trillion listed company. In Indonesia, their central bank has spent an eye-popping $750 billion over the past few days defending their currency. In China, consumer spending is rising at normal levels. Due to restrictions in other areas, however, consumer borrowing is rising much faster. No one seems to know where that extra spending power is going, and authorities are increasingly concerned it's being used to backdoor other regulations designed to cool excesses. Property investment and online investment may be where it's getting channeled. A bit like that peer-to-peer lending debacle, another painful crisis may be in the making. US Treasury 10-year yield is up to 2.90% this morning, and their 210 curve is wider at 24 basis points after the US holiday. The Aussie government 10-year is at 2.52%, that's unchanged. The China government 10-year is at 3.63%, that's up 2 basis points, while the New Zealand government 10-year is at 2.54%, that's down 1 basis point. And gold is down as well, down almost $10 to $1,192 an ounce. And US oil prices are also softer today, now just under $69.50 a barrel, while the Brent benchmark is now just under $78 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now at 65.5 US cents. That's its lowest level since February 2016. On the cross rates, we're lower at 91.3 Aussie cents and softer at 56.6 euro cents. That puts the TWI at 69.5, and that's now a 3-year low. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.